ABC 15 Arizona. Breaking news.
Major breaking developments in connection to the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. Law enforcement revealing a person is now being detained and questioned. Thanks for joining us. I'm Faye Fredericks.
And I'm Javier Soto. ABC 15 is covering breaking new developments in the alleged abduction of 84-year-old mom of Today Show anchor Savannah Guthrie. Pima County Sheriff's Office shared this on social media, saying deputies detained a subject during a traffic stop south of Tucson. Subject is being questioned in connection to the Guthrie investigation. We're bringing you team coverage on the search for Nancy Guthrie. Our Lillian Donahue is in Rio Rico, about 60 miles south of Tucson and about 15 miles away from Mexico.
Yeah, officials are confirming to ABC 15 that police activity in that area is connected to the traffic stop. So, Lillian, what are you seeing down there tonight?
Faye, Javi, I got here just an hour ago. I was among the first on scene here. I was able to confirm with people that they actually did connect those two scenes, that stop of the traffic, obviously with the car here off of 19. Like you said, this is north of the border with Mexico, south of Tucson here. They did say that this is connected to the Nancy Guthrie investigation. You can see behind me, this entire neighborhood behind here on this frontage road off of 19 is blocked off. This is Camino Augusto. We're also being told that there are multiple different scenes in the area. But, you know, interestingly enough, in the past 30 minutes, a woman actually came back out here, crossed the police line to talk with us. And she said that her son-in-law was the person that was detained. We are actively working to try and confirm this information with police and with the sheriff's office here. Pima County is here with the Santa Cruz County Sheriff's Office as well. They also say that they are working on an investigation with the FBI's evidence response team right now. But that woman that I spoke with earlier, I asked her specific questions about how this all started and how they were able to pin down a location to her home. She was flustered and just kept repeating that she didn't know.
Oh, I've been asking for the search warrant. They haven't said anything. They can't tell me nothing. They don't say anything. Well, it's nothing to say. I haven't talked to her. They haven't let me even go to see what's wrong. They took my phone away. They took her phone.
They took your phone?
The kid's phone, her phone, his phone, my husband's phone, everybody's phone. So I have non-communication with them. So.
And like I said, we are still actively working to confirm this information that she shared with us just a few minutes ago, and you just heard there as well. But she is very flustered, also saying that she has no idea who this woman was. She said that they even showed her a footage of that we saw earlier today, of the security footage as well. She confirmed that that was the same security footage that the public has seen released today as well. Javi, Faye?
I know we're going to keep asking questions out there, and we'll get back to you as we need to.
Really quickly, Lillian, can I ask you, I know she mentioned something about a search warrant. Have you seen any activity as far as a search warrant being conducted at that home?
As of right now, Camino Augusto behind me is completely blocked off. There hasn't been a ton of activity of people driving in and out of here, but since this whole area is blocked off behind me, it's hard to kind of tell who's coming and going. There's multiple different exits points as well here, but it did say Pima Sheriff's Department released a statement in the past 30 minutes telling us that the FBI's evidence response team is working with the Sheriff's Department to conduct a court-authorized search of a home here in Rio Rico. Back to you.
All right, Lillian, thank you. These fast-moving developments come the same day the FBI released new images and video of a suspect in the 84-year-old's disappearance. The video shows the intruder walking up to the front door of her home, wearing a mask, gloves, and a backpack, and possibly carrying a gun.
Our Ford Hatchett has been covering this case extensively, and he joins us with the latest developments from the ground in Ford. Pima County Sheriff posted a few hours ago about a person detained. Have we heard anything about a press conference scheduled?
As of right now, Javier, there is no press conference scheduled, though I imagine at some point here soon we should be hearing from the Pima County Sheriff's Department and the FBI. They have told us that when there is an update in this case, they will hold a press conference. And as you see at Lillian's scene, they are still actively working tonight on what has been a very busy and chaotic day all across the state for law enforcement. But still, as of this moment right now, they don't know where Nancy Guthrie is. Law enforcement retrieved these stunning new surveillance images just days after the Pima County Sheriff said no surveillance video could be recovered from the cameras.
The clothing itself, very unusual and specific, including the backpack with the reflectors, all of which makes it highly recognizable either to someone who knows the subject or someone who sold him the clothing.
The Sheriff's Department says calls into their tip line surged after the images were released and say they detained a person of interest in a traffic stop south of Tucson. No word on if it was a tip which led to that person being detained.
If there was more than one person involved, the other person would be thinking right about now, maybe I want to cut a deal for myself. This person may very well likely have been acting alone. And certainly the fact that they've made so many errors that were captured on the image of the Ring camera, it's likely they're not a true professional.
And just a few hours after those surveillance images were released by the FBI, both the Pima County Sheriff's Department and FBI going door to door in the neighborhood of Annie Guthrie, Nancy's daughter.
They're just trying to look in the yards and, see what's going on. And they looked at my Ring cameras.
Agents and deputies searching all over properties, looking in washes and dodging javelinas, walking any property in Annie Guthrie's neighborhood where owners would give them consent.
At that time, I didn't put it together. There was missing persons. Okay, missing persons. I didn't put it together. I didn't know that Annie Guthrie lived right behind me there. I said, of course, as quick as they can eliminate things, I can spend more resources on other places. They looked around, asked some questions that I thought were quite normal. Were very nice, not intrusive, asked permission. That's fine. Didn't want to go inside the house.
And adding to what has been just a bizarre and chaotic day, yesterday we told you about that deadline for a potential ransom payment. That initial ransom note that went to K-Gun, our Scripps news station in Tucson, had a deadline of 5 o'clock for a payment of $6 million in Bitcoin. We told you yesterday there was a Bitcoin wallet that was in that initial ransom note. We've been monitoring it. There was no payment or transactions in or out of it yesterday. Today we did see activity in that wallet. It was a small amount, less than a couple $100 into that account. We don't know who sent that or where it came from, but just another aspect of this case that we're continuing to follow.
Yeah, a lot of fast-moving developments for sure, Ford. Obviously very dark where you are right now. Is there any activity at Nancy Guthrie's house tonight or any of the other family members?
Yeah, as of right now, Faye, no. We're outside of Annie Guthrie's house right now. We've been by Nancy Guthrie's house several times. Tonight, so far, we have seen no law enforcement or investigative activity. There's private security outside of Annie Guthrie's house right now. There are a couple sheriff's deputies posted outside of Nancy Guthrie's house, but we have not seen any law enforcement activity. The extent of that activity we saw was what we talked about in the story with the deputies and FBI agents going door to door in Annie Guthrie's neighborhood, but they all, for the most part, cleared out of here once the sun went down and it got a little harder to search those outdoor areas. In Tucson, Ford Hatchett, ABC 15, Arizona.
It's been a busy day. Thank you, Ford. If you have information about Nancy Guthrie's disappearance, contact the FBI by calling 1-800-CALL-FBI or by submitting a tip online at tips.fbi.gov. We're committed to following this case on air and online at abc15.com.